There it is.
Just like that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my god.
Wow. Final two shots, Jim. I shall leave it to you.
The world 10-ball champion on top of the world. Predator WPA world 10-ball champion.
Oh, wow. What a shot.
No way. What a roll. 7-9 combination. Maybe possible.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Two players, one final battle. Only one will rise. This is the grand final.
"96 players began, 94 of them have gone.
The Western Hotel, Nusantara Ballroom. We are now on to the grand finals of the YALIN WPA World Men 8-Ball Grand Finals. Right, we have seen some very exciting matches in the semi-finals with a huge match and also a very exciting nail-biting match from the two players just now. Congrats to the Philippine player, Brian Sugipet, who has done so well all the way from the qualifying rounds, and also Hayato Hichikata, who has played superbly, but then not making it to the finals. Well, we're not forgetting our top two players who's in the final now, none other than the people that has always been the scene. And I would like to introduce to you, before we start off with the match, that it will be the people who has come together and put this event together for us. First of all, of course, I'd like to thank YALIN Sports Group for supporting it for second year running. Can we give a round of applause to YALIN Sports Group? And we have the partner of this championship from the Pro Billiard Center, PBC, the Kamui Tips, Van Billiard, Ishak Billiard, Box Billiard, Poison Cues, Little Monster Q, Samsung TV Plus, and of course the sanctioning body, the WPA. Before we go on to the match, I'd like to hand over the table now to the chief referee who will be officiating the final matches. Can we please welcome Mr. Ramon Miraf Comendev. Right, let's not waste any more time. I'd like to bring on to you our very well-known player in the circuit. Can we welcome Mr. Albin Ouschan from Austria. Albin has been a champion for the China Open in 2015. He's a multiple Austrian champion and also 2 times world 9-ball champion. Round of applause again for Albin Ouschan. His opponent is none other than Alex Kazakis from Greece. Alex has been the Predator Wisconsin Open 2022, the Predator Las Vegas Mixed Double Open in 2024. Now he's looking forward to see if he can clinch this title for the very first time. So ladies and gentlemen, one more loud round of applause for our player. And Ramon, hand the table to you now. Thank you.
Good afternoon, guys and girls. 94 are left out of the 96. Good afternoon and welcome to the final of the YALIN WPA Men's World 8-Ball Championships from the International Conference Centre here in Bali. 2 players looking to be crowned champion, including, of course, a cheque for $70,000. Alex Kazakis from Greece, who came back from 8-5 down in the semis, will play up against Albin Ouschan, who never led in his semi-final until the very last rack. I think we're in for a classic. It's a race to 10, winner breaks, 30-second shot clock with 1 extension each per rack. The referee for this one is Roman Rimakmadov. It's call shot. I'm Mark White. And calling the shots with me on commentary is a man whose name I'm still trying to learn to pronounce. It's Mr. Tim. Well, good afternoon, Tim.
Thank you, Mark, for another lovely introduction. So glad to hear my own voice say my name. So that was great.
Well, I thought it's the only way to get you. The only way I can get it right is to get you to say it. So thanks for recording that little message for me. You must have been thinking, "What's he doing? What's he doing? Trying to learn how to say it?" No, I'm leaving it all to you. I'm going to leave most of the commentary to you as well. This is your game, right up your alley. Ex-Dutch 8-ball champion Tim de Later. Let's go.
Well, breaking from almost the dead center. And he has been crushing it the whole week. But I have to say, in the semifinal I did earlier today, I've seen so many good breaks and dry breaks. It was fascinating. And just like this break, I mean, I love the way how he hit him. Just almost every single ball went up table. Just nothing finding a way to go.
Yes, exactly the same way as he was breaking in his semi-final. It was successful on a few occasions, but not always. His opponent then, Bryant Seguipede, was breaking from the side with lots of messy racks, but they were still getting out on them, which was tremendous, actually. What do you say, Tim?
Well, he is going for solids. The 6 needs a little bit of work. But does go to the top left when the 7 is out. So he's playing the 1, crossing over from the 7 to the 3 ball. Then possibly 2, 6, 4, 8 or 2, 4, 6, 8. Just depending on how nice you get on the 2 to the side. Actually, it looked like a very busy top side of the table with, what is it, 10, 12 balls there. But overall, don't think it was a very difficult layout. But don't forget, this is the opening rack after such an introduction in the final in the World 8-ball Championship. I mean, obviously there is quite a bit of nerves. He is playing straight to the 6 ball there. I'm a little bit surprised, but probably doing so because he's not feeling it to try and get straight from the 2 ball in the side. In this case, would still like to get to the 3 ball. It's so easy to land with a bit more angle on that too. And now if he runs into the 14, for example, to hold the cue ball, he might get straight on the 4. I'm surprised he didn't go from the 7 to the 3 ball. But then again, that's another thing I've pointed out earlier this week is the fact that sometimes for our view, the all-around view on the table is easier to make a pattern, actually, than what the players have in real life. They're closer to it, so they don't get all the angles. So we have the advantage there, but he has the advantage on this to see if the 3 ball goes yes or no.
Well, imperative. He does clear up here because you don't want to leave 1 ball on the table and let your opponent back. Alex actually did win a rack like that earlier on, believe it or not. There was 2 balls left for Sagupid. And Alex, sorry, the other way round. Alex had 2 balls left and ended up winning the rack, even though Sagupid had all of his on the table. Eric described it as about a 3% chance of winning it, Tim, but he did so. But no problems for Albin in this, and had a pretty straightforward run to this final until he got to the semi-final, of course. Started with a great win over Derin Satoris, the young Indonesian, Richard Al-Nusab from the Philippines, Hamza Said Ali, Petri Makinen from Finland, great player with a big break. Albin overcame him. Then Bader Alawahadi. And then, of course, that amazing semi-final, which Albin didn't lead until the final rack at 10-9. Absolutely unbelievable stuff from the Austrian. And Alex got out of jail as well. If you didn't hear me saying the intro, was 8-5 down, with Bryant needing just 2. And Alex won all the remaining racks, 5 in a row, to win that match 10-8. And here we are at the final. Rack number 2, Albin breaking off, leading by 1.
Well, manages to make one on the break. That's why both of them, such a great break in general. Big breakers. No way you're going to win the World 8-Ball Championship without having a big break. Now, early look at the table. The 9 might slide by the 3 ball in the bottom right. Pocket speed, though, won't be able to do much more with the cue ball. So I do think stripes is an option, because he doesn't really have too much else with the solids, Mark.
No, nothing to start on with the solids. I don't think he can get through to the 4. No, there you see.
Attention.
You can't.
15 corner pocket.
So now the good news is, only has to play the 9 soft to be on the 10. So you will see him probably hit a piece of the right long rail. Or does he still have enough to... Wait. Well, he stopped the cue ball. Could have floated forward too, but still fine. Might be going back over the short rail, 1 or 2 rails to the 13. Yeah, it's looking to play the 12 in the top left corner. The only thing I'm wondering is, why would he not stun off the rail to play the 12 in the same corner as the 13, to have a more natural angle to move over to the left side of the 14. If you play for this in the top left, you can get a little bit off angle left or right.
The smooth operator, as he's known. Certainly looking very smooth at the moment. Hasn't won a big title since 2021, when he won That World 9-ball championship, his second one. I was actually there, Tim, to see that match, to see those championships. It was the first time that the doors were open to the public after COVID.
8-ball corner pocket.
And it was in Brentwood in Essex. No, it wasn't. It was in Milton Keynes, I beg your pardon. So anyway, Mr. Smooth does it again. 2-0. Early impressions, Tim?
Well, this Albin looking solid as ever. Really handling the early nerves well. I think a lot for this match is going to depend on the break. That's for sure going to be one of the biggest factors, like it mostly is in 8-ball.
Would you say more so in 8-ball than any other cue sport?
Well, the funny thing is, of course, the break is always the first chance you get in any discipline. But with how well everybody plays nowadays, and in 8-ball you have so many options, you just, if you have a dry break, the odds of coming back to the table are just so low compared to when you play rotation. There's a chance you might come back for a safety, or your opponent might not run out. So I think the break in any game is important, but in 8-ball, to make one, you're like almost guaranteed to break a run on their level of play.
Yeah. Well, it is dry. Now, what does Alex have, Tim, at first sight?
Well, it didn't really look like he got too much. He might be playing a safety behind the 3-ball. Play the 2 away, stick the cue ball with the 3. Unless he wants to go aggressive and, for example, bank the 4. Don't think he's got the 13. Might have a difficult shot on the 15 to the side, but
Yeah, 2 possibilities to the side. The 15 is on. If he wants to take it on. Just looking, I think, to see if he would be on the 10. Maybe into the opposite side pocket. But these pockets, we know what they're like. They're very, very tight. These middles, so looks like the safety. Maybe playing it off the 4, Tim. Oh, he's going. No, just the safety.
But I don't understand this safety either. Like, you're gonna give your opponent at least the opportunity to make a fantastic run out. I mean, I know he's only leaving the 13 on, for example, and then take the stripes. Albin could take the 6 on. Difficult shots, but I would always try to find a position where you're not going to leave anything on.
Even the bank on the 4 is on as well if he wanted to get really aggressive. Maybe cannon into the 9 and leave himself on the 7. Just the safety though, nothing called. Tied up another ball as well, clever. This is a real game of chess. This is between 2 masters.
Well, I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised actually that Albin didn't go for the 6. Make the 6 and you're guaranteed a winner. But now they actually are starting to tie up all the balls. I think this might start to look worse and worse. Not surprised if he plays another one of those.
It's certainly
The
going to
two
be a
ball
longer.
together with the 6.
Certainly going to be a longer rack than the second one. Tim took just 3 minutes, 45 seconds, or 34 seconds rather, to run that out. But the balls may open up with safety. This is most unusual, isn't it, for 8 ball? Mistake.
Two ball side or corner? Two ball side pocket.
Oh, look at this. Oh, well, it's not bad, is it, if he gets on the 3?
Well, he did get on the 3 ball. But obviously the idea for Kazakis, the main shot he's played after the break, was to open up balls in the top left, the 4 and the 9, and make sure the solids or stripes were gone away from it. So even if Albin makes the 3, I'm wondering what ball is nice to play on to open up the 4-9, unless he does it here. But
High
it's quite
lefty can
straight
go
though.
here,
It's not
Tim.
easy.
Can he? Is it not easy? Can he not? Hasn't got enough angle to go high left, 2 rails into it with lots and lots of left spin?
Well, you might have to punch it then with left. Like you have to come deep enough. Yeah, this was... Wow, good shot there. Nicely played. So most of the time, when you have that angle, it's easy to say top left. But in this case, he would have came up too short. Now he played it with big stun. And then a lots of left to open up the angle. And I think he will have to play for the 9 in the bottom left. I think he's got absolutely perfect. It was important to get as straight as possible. And I think he's got ball in hand shape on this 1 ball mark. What a start for Albin.
Five ball corner pocket.
Yeah, very impressive from the Austrian. Little bump into the 15 ball here. Perfect on the 8 once again for a 3-0 lead. This is top class stuff here. Outthought Alex on the safety. And ran the rack. Really beautiful shot he played to open the 7 up. Really was a fabulous shot. Or maybe it was the 4. Was it the 4? I beg your pardon. Yeah, the 4. Pretty good cue ball all the way here, Tim, in what was a difficult rack. Just so you know, guys, 3 racks down, and Alex still hasn't potted a ball. And referee Roman Miraknadov has the rack ready for Albin to crush them once again. Same place, Tim.
Well, it has worked once for him, so definitely he's going to stick with this for a bit. Oh, you could see how the cue came across the ball there. This is one of the very rare scratches we've seen from him. Straight into the side pocket. Just look at the cue. Pulled it all the way to the left. And down the drain.
So the first shot after the break, after a foul, must be played from behind the kitchen line, and you must play a ball outside the kitchen. So basically up the table. I'm pretty sure Alex is going to end the ball potting drought right now with this 3 ball into the side. How are solids looking for you? Pretty good, eh, Tim?
Definitely. I'm sure he's going to take the 5 ball now, maybe even nudge the 1 out. The 6 to the center gives the 4 to the side, so just a little bit of work with this 5 and the 1. Could play 5, go forward, 5, 7, 2, and leave the 1 into the right center if he doesn't have something nice to work with right now. So you see, the 1 ball is a little bit of a funny position. I mean, everything else is pretty much in the open.
Albin will fear the worst here after that scratch off the break.
Well, I gotta say, mentally also one of the easier things I would say to do in 8 ball compared to other games is the fact that when you make a mistake or when you scratch on the break or dry break, it's easy to go back to your chair and just tell yourself, well, they are going to run out anyway, so let's focus on the next opportunity. And, well, you just focus on yourself. Now, if you get back to the table, you're a very lucky guy, but you don't really have to pay much more attention to it. To where in other games, I feel like, well, it's not always the case. Ooh, she ran a little further. That's why I've seen Albin a little bit meditating, like in his chair, just staring at the carpet and not even watching the game.
It is a lovely Picasso carpet, though, Tim, to look at. I'm still looking forward to my Christmas present from you.
See, that 1 ball still seems to be a little tricky to get on. Now, I think he is going to run a little bump into the 8. Has to be careful not to bump the 8 all the way over to the 15, or is he running into the right side of the 1? So easy to hit that too thin or too thick. I really liked the bump into the 8. This is quite the cut on this 1 ball. And must probably play shape for the 8 in the same corner as the 1. Top left, spin.
Well, he's
missed
overdone it, Tim. He's overdone it. Whoa, what a miss. Well, you mentioned that one ball from the start. It was going to be the awkward one. And it turned out to be, well, the yellow banana skin for Alex Kazakis. So what a chance for Albin to increase his lead to 4. Everything nicely placed. To use your words, Tim, he's a very lucky man. He did get back to the table when it probably wasn't expecting to. Just glides around the table like an ice skater. Similar build to an ice skater, actually.
A ball side pocket.
Yeah, so Albin now up 4-0. After that mistake from Kazakis. I cannot believe he did not play the bump there on the 8. So now things could start to get real difficult for Alex. I mean, at some point, Albin is going to make a ball on the break. Cannot forever hope for this kind of opportunities.
Well, Alex's route to the final was via Risky, Luca Men from Germany, Oliver Villafuerte from the Philippines, and another Filipino, Genesis Oanu, was another one of Alex's victories. And then came the one in the quarterfinals yesterday against Claudio Cacci. And then this morning, Brian Segupaid, of course, in that thrilling match where Alex was 8-5 down. He was 3 behind there and came back. He's now 4 behind in this one, but there's more time to save this match.
Yeah, that's the
That's
break.
it.
Beautiful. 2 balls in. Excellent cue ball control. Actually, the funny thing is, I once had this conversation with a good friend of mine, Roland Garcia. I'm quite sure you know him.
Of course.
And at the US Open 8 ball, and I was at some point crushing the break just like Albin. And he told me, he said, you have to break him softer. And I said, why? I'm absolutely killing it. He says, well, this way the cue ball is always going to end up near the top short rail, and you might get less positional opportunities. And I was like, yeah, but you have to break the balls hard, right? But then I started to think about it, and I started realizing that obviously from the center of the table or near the center of the table, you have more chances of getting shape on a solid and a stripe. And whenever you see the cue ball get to the top short rail, most of the time, the layout kind of tells you to go one way. And he was forced into taking this solid. And he's got a tricky position to play on the 7. And the 3 ball is clustered up.
Extension.
Wouldn't risk playing it off the 8, would he?
Well, I have to say, I kind of like that call, but on the other side, he
But-
could still go to the short side. If he gets to the short side of the 7 and he plays a stop shot on the 7, he has the angle on the 1 to open up the 3 ball. Well, he's not playing that. Drew it straight over. Look at his speed. Look at his speed.
That's a shot.
Perfect.
Yeah, that deserved a round of applause. That did. Terrific speed. Couldn't have put it any better, could he?
Yeah, and if you imagine, if he plays a stop shot here, has the angle on the 1, like I said, running into the 3-9, the 5 and the 6 are so wide open to where he's kind of favorite to have shape. I cannot really see this go wrong unless the 9 ball stays near the 3 ball. That's the only thing I can foresee going wrong.
Apart from somebody's phone keep going off, of course, as well. That could be an issue. That's twice. Albin gave the stare. Hopefully they've put it on silent now. What a shot. What a shot. Tremendous. Pure class. Well, I've just had a thought. I know this has never happened before in the history of pool, and it will make history if Albin can go on and win this. Brother and sister, both to hold the World 8-ball titles at the same time. That's quite an achievement, isn't it?
That would be quite special. I'm definitely sure we're going to see a picture of them both holding the trophies together.
Well, this 5-ball and 8-ball will put him halfway to job done. And he's played basically flawless apart from one dry break. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Mr. Smooth, the smooth operator.
Well, Albin definitely showing Kazakis that he's up for the task and playing so well that it might already give a little bit of a doubt to Kazakis. I mean, like I told you, it was such a difficult layout in general. That 7-ball, one of the problems, and then this 3-ball, one of the problems. They just managed absolutely perfect. Never really flinched either.
Well, player overall performance level at the moment for Albin Ouschan of 960. That is just unbelievable. Success in his semi-final. Listen to this statistic. Albin's break success was 20%. I know you were speaking about that, but Alex's break success in the semis was 70%. So 50% more. He needs to get back to the table and get breaking because at the moment, Albin Ouschan is running away with this. I know he's already had one 10-0 win earlier on. I believe it was in the last 16. It was in the quarter-final, actually, against Bader Al-Wahadi. He won 10-0. Oh, the cue ball nearly going in the side again. It's going to be dry. It's his own fault. Again, Tim lost it to the left. Almost scratched, just caught the point.
Yeah, well, this is not a cookie either. As you can see, obviously, the 3 and the 10 is a problem. First glimpse at the table, I'm wondering what shot would be nice to open up the 3 and the 10. Or you could say maybe the 12, but you have to get absolutely perfect on it. Now, he did freeze up on the 6, so the 12 does not go now. The 11, pretty tight cut, so he's going for the 14. Can he still play the 12 off the 10 in the side? Like it's close. The side pocket point might intervene. Oh, barely dropped, but now what's the plan? Needs to figure something out.
Maybe off the 6. Oh no, he's solid. He's stripes. I beg your pardon, Tim. Albin with 73% more time at the table than Alex. So needs to make the most of this visit. Just 27%. Tried it there.
Yeah, now in big trouble to open it up off this 12 ball. I don't think it's an option at all. And with where the 11 ball is, I think he might not even be able to run out anymore. He will be chasing this now, but...
Yeah, I was just wondering if you can arc the cue ball back across, but never had the power. Missed the pot anyway, so it's a chance for Albin again. It's yet another miss. Albin with 2 break and runs so far. Alex can't get a run in. Never mind a break and run. He's letting Albin get away with it, isn't he, Tim? Mentioned earlier about the 6 ball being the ball to break into the 2 cluster on the side there. Albin will use the 6 ball, of course. He is solids. I was just a little bit premature, Tim.
Well, there is a different option still for him to open up the 310, which is quite alright. This could be a little bit more cut than he would have liked. In the worst case, from a bigger angle, could cut the 5 and go 2 rails into the 310. Pretty high percentage to open it up. Could play 7, go forward to 2, 1, leave yourself the angle on the 5 and open it up. He's playing the 1 ball first. Does have the angle now on the 5. One thing's for sure, Albin also a great straight pool player. So I don't have to tell him which balls are an option to open up the clusters. And Another perfect split. Very possible 6-0 coming up. And I'm very sure we will see Alex take a break there.
Yeah, even just to slow Albin down a little bit. Oh, not over yet.
Oh, yeah, but what a roll he's got there. Could have been way worse. He's still on the 6-ball. Somewhat of a shot required. Maybe even the 7.
6-ball corner pocket.
He's gonna play the 7. Yeah, I was gonna say that could have been way worse. Still
He's
a long
changed his
shot on the
mind.
7-ball though. Oh.
Changed his mind.
Oh. Is he playing this with top left, center of the table? No, just top spin. Same thing. Make the ball. He's got a nice angle on the 7. A little bit more difficult than I actually expected him to be able to complete the run out.
Great shot again.
Yeah.
Pace,
Look at
perfect.
that pace.
7-ball corner pocket.
Almost flawless, apart from, of course, the one dry break. In it goes.
Timeout.
And out Alex goes. So Tim Derrida and myself, Mark White, will be back for rack number 7 very, very soon, guys. You won't want to miss the rest of this final. It's intriguing. players are back, guys. Tim Daraita and myself, Mark White, are back also. Good to have you with us. We've had 6 racks so far of a possible 19, and Albin has won every single one of them.
Yeah, looking at the stats, 40% for Albin in this match on the break success. So it's 2 out of 5 breaks. Alex started the match on 0-0, of course, so looking to increase the percentage. Only had like 19 or 20, you said, in the semifinal. So it's slightly better now this time, but will it be enough to get the title to Austria? Well, the answer...
10 errors. 10 errors in the semis for Albin. 8 of them were drive breaks, of course, Tim. And before rack 7, there's been no combos, no kicks, and no jump shots either. Interesting little one for you. We don't often get facts like that, do we? Thanks to the pool stat guy for all these great little numbers he keeps feeding us. Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, well, technically, the balls gave us the answer. He's made one on the break, and another good break. And if you look at the spread, I like to go stripes, actually. Now,
Extension.
that's just mainly because of where the 4 is. The purple 4 doesn't go to the top left. I would say the stripes is not so bad. Just to get on the 13 is the most difficult. Well, he's taking the 4 now. Can he? Well, that's actually... I overlooked at it. That's way better. If he can play the 4 and soft and hold it for the 3 ball, the rack is wide open. Oh, he's missed the 4 ball too. Wow. That's an unexpected miss from Albin.
Well, he wanted solids, but he's not going to get them because Alex Kazakis is not going to miss this 4 ball. What's difficult here, Tim?
Well, not so much. It was kind of all about the 4 ball to go solids. Now, the 6 might not go by the 5. So that might be a little bit interesting. The 6 does maybe go to the top left. Like, he's worried to not get on the 1 ball because you need to get as straight as possible on the 2. Just only the pace, probably from the 5 to the 6. He's going 1 rail over to play the 6 in the same corner as the 5 after this 1 ball.
So, Albin's first miss since, well, the quarterfinals, because he didn't miss a ball in the semis. And he's just missed his first one here, and it's cost him the rack. Alex Kazakis finally on the board, Tim, at 6-1, and with the break now then he was breaking from exactly the same area as Albin's been breaking from. Let's see if he can make a ball and get on some kind of roll. He's quite capable of putting a 3, 4, 5 pack together. Unbelievable miss on the 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he had something else in the back of his mind there when he was playing the 4. Maybe the shape, maybe because he was trying to play it soft. But overall, very disappointing for Albin. Sure, he's got a little bit of a backup because he was 6-0 up. But he doesn't want to give too much momentum. If only Alex can put a little bit of a pack together, we might easily go 6-4, 6-5, and then it's a real match again.
Yeah, I mean, he did have a 3-pack in the semis, Alex, so he's done it once today on this table, put a 3-pack together. He needs another one right now. He'd love a 4 or 5-pack. I'd like a 6-pack, but I'm too old for that now, I think, Tim.
A 6-pack of can of Cokes.
No, a 6-pack. Yeah, that's about all. The only 6-pack I can have now. But not Coke. I'm sugar-free these days, mate. I'm sweet enough, as they say.
Well, another square hit on the break there. 15 looked to be close, but hung up. And now Albin, not too many options, I feel like. Now the good news is, if he goes for stripes, if he manages to cut in the 15, the 14 is laying nice to open up the 2 balls next to it, so that's not going to be the biggest problem. The 10, on the other hand, not too available either. But if you go for solids, I don't think the red 3 ball does go to the top left. So we'll have to figure things out. Difficult position to be in.
Not first time that the black 8 has been over that corner pocket either. It was over there a few racks ago, wasn't it? Getting kicked around.
Ooh, that just barely dropped.
Just a funny little story, Tim, from the semi-final. Alex was having trouble making a ball. And Eric said, well, really now he needs a golden break, as in, you know, not a win off the break, but a really nice break. And he happened to make the 9 ball in the side. And, well, of course, in 9 ball, that would have been a golden break. And he stopped his dry run, of course, to get that 3-pack going in the semis.
Well, it's weird too. Like sometimes you can start off the match, you will have 3, 4, 5 dry breaks. You're wondering, like, do I have to hit this with the back of my cue, you know, in order to make something? And then just like Albin had, for example, in the semis, then on hill, he gets the break and he makes one. And what did he do different? I think nothing. I think it was literally the same break. And well, it's just so weird sometimes. So I might have to think about that golden break a couple more times in the match, I feel like. Now, what is the plan with the 3-ball? I mean,
I think it passes.
he really
Tim.
doesn't.
I think
Well,
it
he really
passes to
doesn't
that.
look like he's worried about it.
No. Just an angle I saw before reminds me, may have been on the overhead that I saw that it did go. Oh, he's gone too far for the 5. Has he? I think he has. May have to change the plan and take the 3 now. Maybe he didn't want to play the 3 with any pace. That's why he was saving it till last, Tim, so he could just kind of roll it in and use the rail. Perhaps he can't use any power.
Pocket.
Oh, this time it's perfect. Just a slight angle. Can just hold it there if he wants. Doesn't have to do anything crazy.
8-ball corner pocket.
Oh, it's getting very, very dangerous for that man there in your picture now, Alex Kazakis. 7-1. Albin just 3 away from a world title. A triple world champion. That sounds good, doesn't it? On your resume. $70,000 will make up for a few, shall we say, not very good tournaments just recently for Albin. But of course, he's proved himself over the years. Mosconi Cup as well. Alex sitting there, meditating, doing something with his fingers and hands there. Not sure what that was. Maybe just giving himself a little talking to. Maybe telling himself, come on, you've done it before, you can do it again.
Foul.
And a scratch on the brake. You see, the brake just seems to give so much drama. Now, of course, we'll have to play the cue ball outside the kitchen, so from inside the kitchen out.
If you can't stand the heat, keep out the kitchen. That's worth saying, isn't it? Well, this is a must-win rack, isn't it, Tim, for Albin, for Alex? All of them from now on up.
Yeah. Oh, oh, that looked very. I didn't think it was gonna go. I was just going to add, if he gets down 8-1, 9-2, I just do not feel Alex to be coming back. But then again, I mean, we've seen weird things, and the break just determines so much. Who knows if Alex now suddenly makes 5 or 6 balls on the break, like every rack a ball on the break, then it's easy to come back at some point. So it's not like we're seeing a lot of mistakes between the two of them. So it's really the break so far that got Albin so far.
Yeah, and we know what heart Alex has got as well. He'll never give in. Scrape him off the table to get him off. I think since he's become a family man, he's become a different man as well.
Extension.
A little bit of a tricky shape, I think. Just to be careful with the 6. So I had to play himself a little longer on the 8. This to make things 7-2.
You just get the feeling, don't you? If Alex can keep Albin off of 8, his chances are so much higher. I know, you know, as soon as you get to the hill kind of thing, it's kind of all over, or should be. Not always, of course, as Albin showed in the semis. But Brian Saguped was, you know, on 8 for quite some time, and Alex ran the last 5 racks. I just think if you can keep them off of the hill, Tim, it's obviously makes things a lot easier on yourself as well. It doesn't create so much pressure when your opponent's on 8 instead of the hill.
Yeah, usually the opponent getting on the hill, it actually influences the other player quite a bit. So I agree, as long as Albin doesn't get to, well, you know, 8-2 is not great either, but yeah, well, just stay away from the 9 in Alex's case.
Ball
He makes
down.
another ball.
14's going close as well. What's
Well,
he
he's got the
Tim?
choice too. Well, the first impression looked quite alright, actually. Not sure what he's really looking at. As you can see, obviously, the purple 4 doesn't go to the bottom left, so that's a problem. I
I think
kind of
he's looking at
like
the 15.
the stripes, but
15. Sorry, go on.
yeah, well, that's a very good point. I was just gonna say, I don't mind the stripes, but then the 15 is a problem, and that pocket looks very tight to the side pocket. Now, could he maybe play the 9, go 1 rail, and nudge the 3 ball away from the side pocket to open up for the 15?
Extension.
ball count, 58 to 26 at the moment. I think that 27. Wow, that must have been tight, Tim. Squeezed it in there somehow.
Well, in that case, everything is in the open. A little bit more traveling from this 11 to the 8. But all the others, short work, should be 7-3.
Top quality 8-ball, Tim, isn't it, that we're seeing here from these two giants of the pool world.
Yeah, excellent stuff. And a break and run for Alex Kazakis, reducing the deficit to 7-3 down. But at least he's still breaking, and a couple more of those could make this a match.
Yeah, no one likes to see a runaway final. I'm sure Albin wouldn't have minded it, but it's not like he's really done too much wrong, is it, Alex? I love his cue ball, Tim. It's always leaving himself the right angle, isn't he, to play the next shot. It's very fastidious about where he's putting the cue ball. All the tables that all the athletes have been playing on over the past 7 days have all gone, apart from just 2. And when the check for 70,000 is awarded this evening, you see Ouschan there, Ouschan Singh, president of the WPA. I was just going to say, we'll have given $615,000 away, Tim, over $500,000 paid out in prize money to all the athletes over the 3 different tournaments, the women's 10 ball, the world men's doubles, and of course this, the 8 ball. Wow. Oh, look at stripes.
Well, but this is exactly the point. Like, you would at some point ask yourself, what more do I have to do to make a ball? And that's 8 ball.
I wonder if his sister's watching, wherever she may be. I'm not sure if she's still at the venue or not. If she is, I'm sure she'll be in the arena. If not, she'll be in the gym or swimming, something like that. Getting ready for her next tournament.
Well, I do like the stripes like you mentioned. The biggest thing is he's a little bit straighter on this 12. Is he still able to draw around the 13? No, he was perfectly fine to get over to the 13, so he's looking to play the 10 in the corner. Always has the 14 next to it in case he makes a 10. Always have played well in the small areas. Has a good cue ball control, like I mentioned, a great straight pull player.
10 ball corner pocket.
The European Championship straight pull, how many times I've seen him run out 100 or 125 is crazy. Competing with players like Niels Vayen, Nick Vandenberg.
He's on his way to number 8 by the looks of it. The 8 ball will put him just 2 away from the title. '11 sitting perfectly to come around the back of the 7 for the 8 in the side. Overdone it slightly, but not very much. Nothing that will hinder him at all. So the 8 for 8-3. Well, I've got a little fact that I've been saving for you actually, Tim. I thought you might like this one. I'm not sure if you're a David Bowie fan or not, but I know I am. Or perhaps a lesser known fact about Bali is, well, he had a deep-rooted love with Bali and its culture, and he requested in his will to have his ashes cremated and spread all over Bali. He was privately cremated in New York and had his ashes escorted to a private location by private jet to be scattered over the island of Bali. Ashes to ashes, that was one of his songs, wasn't it? It was the line actually in We Know Major Tom's a Drunkard. David Bowie, the late great David Bowie. Looking to be number 1 here today. Albin Ouschan breaking off to get on the hill.
Breaking from the side now. Still going head on, I feel like. Oh, that's quite a bit of overcut. And then again, there was a couple balls tracking towards the pocket. Every ball of them, every single of them got kissed away.
Yeah, 15 might have gone as well. But nothing down. Chance for Alex. But of course, breaking from the side, Tim, there is a little cluster or 2. 6 and the 14. 7 and the 15 by the looks of it.
Yeah, and that's also a thing with 8-ball compared to other disciplines. I feel like when you get shape... He was trying to catch the 15 there. I was just gonna say, sometimes you will get layouts in 8-ball that you will not be able to run out because there's like too many clusters, and if you don't have any balls nearby to work something out, then your percentage to run out is just so low. And I'm not saying you will not be able to run out, but I mean, when the percentages are going under 10, then I would say maybe play safe, or maybe, well, you might have to change things around in this rack, because, well, what is he going to do with the 6 ball? And he's now taking away the 3 ball. It's not going to make things easier.
One problem solved, but still, as you say, one remains the 6 ball.
Yeah, might definitely be better off to play a safety. I mean, he could, for example, play the cue ball behind the 15 after 5. It's not that you start the rack. It doesn't mean that you have to push all the way through. Like, sometimes it's actually valuable to, in this case, put the 5 and the 15 together and just wait. You haven't lost yet. You still have a couple other solids on the table, and you can maybe play it out.
Oh, that was unlucky. Got very, very close just to snicking it over the side pocket. That would have been beautiful. Still has the 4 ball. And needs to leave himself an angle somehow, Tim. I don't know how. On the 5 ball. Maybe leave a 4 rail position on the 5 ball to go into the 6. Yeah, like this. Needed more angle though. Can he just go 2 rails? Can he get past the 10 in the centre of the table?
Well, there is one other option, and I know this might sound crazy, but he's got to this point where he will have to keep going, is maybe to bank the 6 in the top left corner. Because I'm not sure whether he's going to get from that angle. The 10 was in between. Don't think it was possible to open it up from that 5 ball.
Now he is in trouble. Maybe just playing a safety foul. But with ball in hand, Albin can soon open those 2 up. Are they even a combo to start with? If he's pushed it into a combo, is this the time that Albin gets on the heel of the world YALIN sponsored WPA Predator World 8-ball champion? Yeah, he's going into them now, Tim. Perfect.
Well, with ball in hand, he kind of had to. I mean, I'm quite sure Alex also knew the second he hooked himself on the 6 that he was going to be in trouble. And this is definitely the point where Alex is also probably thinking by himself, you know, I need a miracle to still win this match.
Well, we're still yet to see a bank, a kick, a combo, or a jump, Tim. So the position that these players have been playing has been, well, pretty spot on from those statistics. And it will, of course, keep the anti-jump cue people happy as well. So everyone's going to be happy, unless you're a Banks or a Combos fan. Looking good though, Tim. Played it with a little bit of left-hand spin just to check the white up slightly. Straighten it off the rail. So this 8 ball, and he will have climbed the hill. And he does. So, mistake by Alex. And that is 12 racks. So Alex will take a timeout, guys. We're going to prolong the agony for just a little bit longer for Albin Ouschan. Tim the writer and myself, Mark White, will be back for you for the conclusion of this match very soon. Safety efficiency from Albin there. 100%. Safety returns, all square. Fouls drawn, 0. That's interesting. 924 overall performance from Albin, just 829 for Alex. That's been the difference. Tim de Ruyter and myself, Mark White, in the booth for you. Anything that jumps out at you there, Tim? I'll give you another stat. I think Tim's on a little break himself. That's all right. Albin's fastest win has been 3 minutes 14 seconds. His average rack to win has been 5.23 seconds, and Alex's average has been 3.59. So that's interesting. Alex playing quicker than Albin. So the players are back. Tim Dalaita and myself, Mark White, are back too. Albin Ouschan on the hill in this YALIN WPA Men's World 8-ball final. One more champion to crown after a fascinating week here on the island of Bali. Going from the side again, Tim.
Yeah, you could see a deep breath before going down. He knows this is the moment.
Oh, wobbled the 6, but it went in. So did the 8 go in.
You take it or you break it? All the time the thing.
Well, it's
Yeah,
the
referee
third time
asking
that
him
ball's
if
been-
he wants to
Sorry, Tim,
if
go
he
on.
wants to take the break or wants to break the balls again. On the other side, I would say be happy you made a ball on the break. Don't break him again.
Alex hoping he'll say I'll break again and then break dry. That's what Alex is hoping for. It's a bit like a push-out situation, Tim, isn't it, in rotation? Do you want to take it or do you want to try something else? Needs it to go. Needs it to go. He's okay, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Now, the 7. Does it go by the 13? That's my... No, he's playing for the bank. I was going to say, I didn't like the 7 by the 13. So this is a difficult run out. Sure, he's got the 2 ball next to the 114 to open that up. So that could work out for him. But it would be nice to bank this and possibly get on to the 2 ball.
7 ball corner pocket.
Imagine this is Albin's last break for the match. Won't be breaking anymore, so this is the only time he put himself into a winning position. We'll have to rely on Alex if he doesn't clear this. Nice pocket speed. Did he get on that 2 ball? Did he get the angle to open up the 114?
Looks a bit straight to me, Tim.
Extension.
Oh, it's just a little bit of angle, look. He knows this is the shot that could win him the title. Oh, brilliant.
Wow, he's played it really well. Stun draw.
He's played a few like that today, Tim, hasn't he? And everyone has been immaculate. Tremendous shot. Could be moments away from Albin Ouschan feeling on top of the world. Phones going off. Time clock beeper going off. Referee giving that person a stare. Oh, can you believe that? Can you believe that? Well, there just had to be some drama, didn't there? It couldn't be straightforward. Unbelievable. The words were just going to leave my mouth, Tim. I was just going to say, Alex is sat there, resigned himself to the fact that it's just a $40,000 check for him today. It's not going to be his day. Well, maybe it will still be his day. Who knows? It'll still be a mammoth comeback, of course. Alex way back on 3, but was that pressure, Tim?
Well, you would almost say, being down 9-3, he could tell himself, listen, I have no pressure. I literally have nothing to lose from this point. So that might help him out for the next couple racks. But whenever he gets to 9-6, 9-7, I'm sure Alex will start to feel it too.
Unbelievable miss in that middle, but we've seen some misses into those side pockets over the past couple of tournaments. They're not easy. I've seen a lot of players prefer to take the balls to the corner and forget about the middles altogether. It's going to be one back for sure. Stop shot for Alex. Well, the crowd want more action, and they're going to get it. Now, will that have an effect on Albin? Well, he came down back from 8-5, Alex, in the semi. 9-4. A little bit tougher.
Well, also, if you imagine, Albin has been having dry breaks all over the place up to this point. Such a good shot on the 7. Played an excellent split right after. There it is. Stun drop, perfectly played. To then miss that 3 ball on the side.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain about that. It was never in, was it? It caught quite a big part of that far jaw. Alex changing as well, going from the other side, not the centre.
Well, he's not happy with the spread. You could see it on his face. Not happy at all. Broke the ball's great. I mean, there's nothing you could say about that break. Now, does the 1 ball even go to the side? That's the question. And then you will have to go for solids, where you will have the cluster with the 2 and the 7. Now, if you go for stripes, you have 3 balls near the 1 that are, well, way less than ideal. Even worse. The thing is also, we've seen Alex go aggressive on a layout where I was thinking beforehand, I said, well, sometimes it's better to not go aggressive, pick solids or stripes and play safe. And I kind of feel like this is one of those racks too. Just don't feel the value to go all in on this and then leaving a lot of space for Albin in case you do not finish the rack.
One ball side pocket.
Yeah, more trouble for Alex, but more trouble for Albin as well. There's now a cluster on the stripes. And he still has, of course, the 2-7 to deal with, Tim. This is very, very awkward indeed. Does he have an angle on the 4 to get into the 2-7? Don't think so. Maybe.
Wow, he went
Oh,
aggressive.
where's
Look at the cue ball.
Where's
Look
the
at the
cue
cue
ball?
ball.
Where's the cue ball? Oh dear, oh dear. 7 has ruined one of the stripes, though. He's got 2 problems, but only 1 ball in hand, Tim.
Well, with how everything is laying, Albin could play a safety too, opening up the 11-3. Still be in a better position. He's going aggressive. Sure, he wants to shoot for the win, but he could shoot the 14 into the 11-13 and stick the cue ball behind the 8.
He's banking.
And that way the game will be opening up a lot more. He's banking this 13 indeed.
He's off and running. Just the problem with a 10, but he can get on it, Tim, can't he? Even here, maybe.
Yeah, can go off this 12 to the center of the table, get on the 10. The 9 does go to the bottom left. So the 9 could work to get on the 11 ball. Just got to run far enough. Now cutting the ball could run into the 7 just to hold it for the 15.
Well, this is the second bite of the cherry and taking the title on the hill. Needs it to go. Oh, not ideal. Got to play it with a lot of left-hand spin if he wants to get on the 9 ball. Don't even think he can. Is he going to play the 11?
11, corner pocket.
Oh, he's a bit out of order here, but okay. It's his only opportunity, Tim. The only thing available.
Well, is he still able to draw away from the 8 and get on the 15? I don't think he can.
Well, I don't think he can either. Unless he plays another bank or plays a safety.
Yeah, he might be playing the safety. Just got to be careful. The 14 might be coming back. Just wondering, does Alex have a view on the combo? It's aggressive, but at least Alex is coming back to the table with a shot. Does he have anything on this 3 ball? Or even enough to roll up on the 9? Freeze him on the 9 and make him play a difficult cut on the 14, queuing over the 9. Just not enough. Was trying to freeze him on the 9 to where Albin had the awkward queuing too.
14, corner pocket.
Yeah, a bit harder as well. Might have even tied up or blocked the pocket with the 3, Tim. That was a possibility as well for the 15. Yeah, it was a tough shot. Well, is Alex Kazakis' name on this trophy even before the tournament started? He can't believe it, and now this is where he needs to hold himself together, because we have seen the odd meltdown from Albin here and there over the years. I think he's a much better level player, though, level-headed player at the moment. Work very hard on all those kind of things. It's a free ride for Alex at the moment. Yeah, maybe just doing some meditation. He's good again. It's going to be 9-5, Tim.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Albin missing now 2 chances to close it out for the title. Is that going to hurt him mentally? Is he starting to doubt himself? Especially the nerves, they actually get higher and higher because you start to doubt yourself. And every time now you get this opportunity, you have to push through that. It's not easy to do at all.
Yeah, Albin on the hill, but Alex still with a mountain to climb. It's still not going to be easy. That scratch there, you thought, well, maybe it's over. There is a couple of little problems. He opened one of them straight away. It was all going fine until that last shot, because he wanted to be playing the 3 and the 2 next. But he was forced into taking the 11 on down the rail. And then that difficult 14 after the good safety. He's still in, Tim. He's still bashing away. Here comes rack number 15.
Will he make another ball on the break? That's the biggest question right now. Oh, yeah, the 14, no.
Nothing down.
And I think everything is open on the solids. Yeah, the 9 and the 3 fighting for the side pockets. Then the 14 barely staying up. Now did get really early on this 3 ball. Or on the 5, either way. 3 ball, one of the more difficult solids to get to.
Will he go 5-3 or will he go 5-6 or will he go 5-3-6? What will he do here, do you think, Tim?
Extension.
I like the 5-3 and then 6. Use the 6 to get to the 7.
Bit of behind the back
Because
action.
The 3 and the 7, I think the most difficult solids to get nicely on. But if he plays this pattern, it should be okay. Can go 2 rails off the 6 to the 7, which even if he bumps the second rail just a little bit, he's gonna have the angle to cross over from 7 to the 1. So I think this is another wonderful chance, and that we might see.
Oh. The referee was just about to start counting to 5, I think, there, Roman.
He's got very fortunate there, Mark. That was not supposed to drop by any means.
Crazy. It's just like it's even when he makes them, Tim, he nearly doesn't, if you know what I mean. It's edge of the seat stuff. But he's perfect on this 7 ball now to draw back for the 1 ball.
Well, you would say it's almost meant to be after that 3 ball.
Well, it was a 3 in the side as well, wasn't it, that he missed to win it in the first place? If you remember, the 3 into the side pocket. Three would be his 3rd world title. Perhaps that's what's tripping him up every now and then. The 3rd world title, hard to win on the number 3 ball. But it's gone down this time. Is it an omen? Now, surely this time.
Oh. A little bit closer to the rail. We'll have to jack up at least, but can leave the 8 to the top right.
Yeah, just to make it a little bit more dramatic. Here it is. The moment. Albin will join his sister. The ladies' 8 ball was the inaugural one. It was the first one ever. This isn't, but it will be Albin's first. So 8 to the top right-hand corner to feel on top of the world. It's there this time. It's there this time. Albin Ouschan, you are the 2025 YALIN WPA Predator World 8-ball champion. Started out so convincingly, raced into a 6-0 lead. Thank you so much for Tim de Ruyter. Thank you so much to all you guys that have joined us over the last week. I'm Mark White. We're going to leave you with the awards ceremony. Have a great night, whatever you're up to. For now, though, it's bye for now. Wobbling on, can't speak English, doesn't know what he's talking about. Made us look stupid at the beginning. I was told 2 clips and then straight into the match. Idiot. Anyway, thanks, Tim. That was good. Sorry, it went off a bit quickly, but I knew he was just going to come on and start shouting on the microphone. So I thought I'd better wind it up very, very quickly.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here in the finals. A very exciting match you have just watched. The YALIN WPA Men's 8-Ball World Championship. And we have a new champion here. Albin Ouschan from Austria. A round of applause to Albin. A great show put up by him. And obviously not forgetting our runner-up, Kazakis from Greece. Hard luck, but good try. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here for the past 1 week. We have witnessed here for the very first time in Bali, Indonesia, the crowning of 3 world champions. We have first the men's double, BBC men's double, presented by Isha Billiard, and we have the Taiwanese team winning the championship. Then we have the crowning of the women champion, Cesca Santino from Philippines. The Predator, the sponsors, and presented by Van Billiard. And now from YALIN Sports Group, you have the champion for the men's 8-ball world championship, Albin Ouschan. Of course, not forgetting, we have to thank the people who has put this event for us together, the other sponsors, the Pro Billiard Center, PBC, Kamui Tip, YALIN Billiard, Van Billiard, Isha Billiard, Box Billiard, Poison Q, Little Monster Q, Samsung TV Plus, and the sanctioning body, the WPA and POPSI, Indonesian Billiard Sports Association. A round of applause to all our people who have supported the event, and a great event this time for the past 1 week. So without wasting much time, we'd like to invite the players here on the stage. First, we have the semi-finalists from the Philippines, Brian Sugipet, and from Japan, Hayato Hichikata. Next, I'd like to invite our losing finalist, Mr. Kazakis from Greece. And we all know who the champion is now, without much introduction. Albin Ouschan. This will be his first 8-ball crowning. He has been twice world 9-ball champion, and now finally a 8-ball. The 10-ball is coming up soon, right? Okay, right, definitely. Like now, we would like to invite the players to be on the podium and our presenting medalists, the VIPs. Can we have first Mr. Vincent Rashford, the Director of Events from Predator Group. And at the same time, Mr. Ahmad Fadil Nasution to present the next medal for the semi-finalists. Next, we'd like to invite the President of the World Pool Billiard Association, Mr. Ishon Singh, to present the silver medals to Alex Kazakis. And finally, our title sponsor for this championship, Mr. Eric Ding, the President of YALIN Sports Group, the man who has supported the event so much for the second year running. Thank you, Mr. Eric. Mr. Eric will present the medals and also the trophy. There you have it. The VIPs, can we join them in the photograph? Please. All right. Right now, please rise, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Austria. Ladies and gentlemen, World 8-Ball Champion 2025, Albin Ouschan. Can I have the guest of honor to be in front here to the podium for a picture? Right, we'd like to invite our other sponsors, Mr. Santoso from Isha Billiard and Jürgen Sandman, the sport director from the WPA, and Mr. Luis Mendez, our marketing director from Van Billiard. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us here this week, here in this exciting tournament in the beautiful island of Bali. We hope to see you again next year, and we'll definitely coming back for more action. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Okay.
Champion, Albin, maybe I got one thing need to do. And other players do that, you give me the trophy first. I say 3, 2, 1. Jump up. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, one more for 4 players. Sorry. Just shout. Yeah, go on. Alright, everyone, get that bit across, huh? Bit round cross, alright? All together, help me. Yeah, alright. Come on. Take the trophy. Trophy I put here, so you just jump to the table, alright? Ready, in, 3.
There it is.
Just like that. Oh, look at that.
Oh my god.
Wow. Final 2 shots, Jim. I shall leave it to you.
The world 10-ball champion on top of the world. Predator WPA World 10-ball champion.
Oh, wow, what a shot.
No way. What a roll. 7-9 combination. Maybe possible.
Oh my god. Oh my god.